Hello friends, this is Amir Malik. In previous video, we discussed about counter loop, means for loop in Java, and in today's video, we are going to discuss about while loop, which is a conditional loop. So, as we discussed in the previous video, a conditional loop is a loop which basically iterates on the basis of a condition. If the condition is true, the loop will be repeated, and if the condition is false, loop will be stopped. So this is the way you can use a while loop, which is a conditional loop in Java. So if we look at the program we created in the previous video for a for loop, so you can see that this is a program in which we take a number from the user and print the multiplication table of that given number by using a for loop. So the program is developed by using a for loop, and now we are going to change it with while loop. So you have to remember three things when basically you are going to change your for loop into a while loop. There are three things in the for loop syntax. One is the initialization and declaration of the control of the basically loop control variable. In this case, this is I. Then the condition, and then increment or decrement value. So if we have to change it with while loop, first of all we have to remove this for, and then while, and in the while we only have to mention the condition, so without the semicolon, and semicolon is not used inside this curly bracket or even outside this curly bracket. So while I is less than or equal to 10 means this is the condition, like till the time your I is less than or equal to 10, you have to do something, and we have to do this thing, means we have to print these values. Now in the for loop we had three different things: initialization, condition, and increment. We have to use all three things in while loop as well, but the order is a little bit different. First of all, we have to declare and initialize the variable, that is I, and it is equal to 1. So initial value is 1. So integer I is equal to 1. This is the initial value of I. Then we have to check while I is less than 10. Obviously I is 1. Yes, I is less than equal to 10. So if first of all this I will be initialized, then the value of I will be checked, either it is less than equal to 10 or not. If the condition is true, then this block will be executed. Whatever is written in these curly brackets will be executed. And then because we have to change the value of I, because I needs to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, so that the loop can be repeated again and again and again. So here we have to use the increment or decrement values. So this is the way we can use a while loop. So first of all, initialization and declaration of the loop control variable, and in this case we cannot call it a loop control variable because this is not used inside the loop. So this is a simple variable, and we can use any type of variable in while loop. So integer I is equal to 1, while I is less than equal to 10, you have to do this, and then I plus plus. So I will first of all I will be 1, condition is true, this value will be printed. Now I plus plus mean I becomes 2, 2 is less than 10, this will be printed. I becomes 3, 3 is less than 10, it will be printed, and so on. So when the last value I is 10, it will go and check I is equal to 10, so this will be printed, incremented. I becomes 11, 11 is not less than equal to 10, so control will be transferred right after this ending curly bracket, and because after this there is no statement, so your program will be stopped here. So let's run this program and check how it works. So it will work similarly as it worked for loop. So I'm going to print table for 11 and see this is the result. So this is the way we can use while loop, but you can think that same result, we were taking same result by using a for loop, and we are taking we basically are using while loop and result is same. Then what is the difference between while and for loop? So in this example, obviously you cannot differentiate it, but there are lots of examples where we can use while loop. For example, you have to take a value from the user for a secret password, and while the secret password is wrong, you can display a message that please try again, try again, try again, try again. So when the user will give the correct password, you can transfer the control to the next statement, and you can say, okay, you basically your password is correct, and now you can move on. So this is the way you can use a while loop, because we don't know when the user will give the right password. Maybe the user can give the right password very first time, maybe second, third, or fourth time. So we don't know. So that's why we cannot apply a timer or counter on it. So that's the way we can call it a conditional loop, that we don't know when the conditional is true, when the condition is true, or when the condition is false. So that's why this loop, conditional loop, depends upon the condition. So there is another example. For example, we can use this while loop with boolean variable, any kind of boolean variable, where boolean is a type of variable which can only have two possible options, true or false. So see, this is a boolean variable game over, and its value is false. And while game is not over, like not game over means while game is not over, you can play the game and you can enjoy the game, and when the player wins, you can set game over as true. So because this loop, inside this loop, is going to be executed if the game over is false. So still it is false, so it will keep on playing the game. And when game over becomes true, this condition will become false and your program will be stopped. So this is the way you can use this while loop. If we look at this program, you can understand it more clearly. This is a program where I is 1, mult is another variable, and it is 3, its value is 3. While mult is less than, okay, let's make it 100. Okay, it is less than 100, you have to print the value of mult, then increment with I, and then mult is equal to mult into I. So first of all, I is equal to 1, mult is 3, so it will print 3, and then I will become 2, mult will become 3 into 2, 6, and mult is 6 now. It will check 6 is less than 100, yes, so it will print 6 here. I plus plus, I becomes 3, and mult, which was 6 into 3 will become 18. So now mult becomes 18. It will be printed 18. I becomes 4, and mult, the new value will be 18 into 4, 72. So it will be printed, and then I will become 5, and mult will become 360, which is not less than 100. So your program will be stopped. So we don't know how many times the loop will be executed if we don't count it by if we don't count it manually. So just run it and you can see what numbers are going to be printed. So all the numbers less than 100 will be printed. So it will be 3, 6, 18, and 72. If we make it like less than 500, now the next number, which was 360, that will be printed as well. And you can see this is the new output: 3, 6, 18, 72, 360. Now 360 is basically the value of mult. If you change this condition less than 50, like you can make it less than 1000, then MULT is 360 and I was 6, so 360 into 6, whatever is the value, it will be checked either it is less than 500 or not. If it is less than 500, then the next value will be printed, otherwise it will not be printed. So this is the way you can use a while loop, which is a conditional loop. I hope you will practice for this while loop, and if you have any question, any queries, you can ask me in the comment section. So if you want any specific kind of code by using for loop or while loop, I can make it for you in my next videos. But for that, you have to subscribe my channel. You have to write your query or your question in the comment section. Don't forget to watch my videos. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. I'll see you in the next video with the nested loops. Till then, have a nice day.